Hello everyone, this is Po. Today I will show you how to make eyelashes use hair color and highlight color, and also how to add extra meshes to eyelashes and how to weigh them. I will start by showing how to make the eyelashes use hair color. To do this, we need to use vertex paint. We will have to use the same vertex paint colors that hair uses. So hairstyles use red or black as a base color. Highlight is always blue. So for this specific version of the head I am doing, I am planning to make the outer corners of the eyelashes use the highlight color and the rest will use the main head hair color. So I have here selected in the vertex paint any red color. And I also have symmetry on, just to make things a bit quicker this way. And as you can see, now I have painted the eyelashes with pure red. I do have also this extra mesh here that will need to be painted if we wanted to change color, which I will do now. So I'm going to select it and vertex paint it. It's currently black, but we will do red so that everything matches. Just like this. Make sure we get all the little corners. All right. Now we will go back to the eyelashes, vertex paint, and we will select a blue color. I believe that the darker the blue, the stronger the highlight color will be. So since I want it to be in the inner corner, I am going to paint the inner corners a bit like this, making sure we are going to everything right here. And let's make sure we fully get that bottom one here, just like this. And then we are going to blur so we have a nicer transition between the two colors. Just like this. There we go. If you don't like it, there is also another way you could do that. Let me just cancel this. And if you use the Vertex Color Master, you can also do something. Let me show you. You can do this and use a linear gradient instead, and just do a little something like this. That, if you want. If I do the linear gradient, I might, line up like this. Try to line up at the middle here and do something like this. It's a very subtle gradient, and I think I'm going to go back to just painting it, but you can use any of the two ways I showed you for whatever purpose you want. So then I'm going to again blur. It's like this. We're going to blur the outside here like that. And now our eyelashes here will use the hair color, and here will be pure highlight colors, and you should have a somewhat nice gradation of hair color to highlight here at the corner where they meet in the middle. So we're going to do the same thing for the extra mesh here, which is a feather, which are feathers, but are going to get a hair material as well. So we have red here and we have blue. So we're going to do it like this. Just like that. When you switch meshes in Blender, symmetry doesn't necessarily stays. The symmetry option doesn't usually stay, so you might want to be careful if you want to use symmetry for that. And we are going to blend it like this. Just like that. Well, actually, there's nothing to blend because they are simply meshes. So there's nothing to blur here. So these are going to be pure highlight color. And we can double check with the eyelashes if we like it. So this one should actually be more of a purple than a pure blue if we wanted to match more the eyelashes. We can technically take this, but it's not looking great. Looks like it's about something like this. And then we'll go back to that mesh, vertex paint, and paint it purple like this. And now we have a purple mesh here. So this is technically all you need to do in Blender for this, but that mesh right now will not move because it has no weight. So I already removed all of the vertex groups from the original mesh, so right now it's fully empty, so it will not move with the rest of the head. What we need to do is transfer the weight of the eyelash mesh to this extra mesh so they can move together. In this case, I am going to use a robust weight transfer add-on. This is a free add-on you can find and use. It's very useful. We are going to need to define the source. So the source is going to be the eyelash mesh, which we can select right here. And we have our target mesh already highlighted and selected. So we can simply click transfer ways right here, and it has been successfully transferred. And we can check this in the weight option. As you can see, we have the weight in the proper place with the lower eyelids. And this is all you need to do to make sure your mesh matches the ways of your eyelashes. You don't need to worry about anything else for that. So let's say this was your last step in making your head and it is now finished in Blender. So all you need to do now is export this head and import it in the toolkit. So in the toolkit, here I have everything. I will show you the materials I created for everything in a moment. Just like that. There we go. So here we have the model. So I am going to fairly quickly assign the materials I need to assign to it. So let's see, I have 2 materials for this head. Well, I'm going to open the original version so I can just copy the information, make it a bit faster. So I'm going to just assign everything and then we're going to change the materials according to the materials we make. So let's say we haven't made the materials yet. And this one is a custom one I've made also. Let's apply. And then let's do everything we need to do before we go to the materials. Just like this. And the skeleton, I'll have to use the same as this one. There we go. And we apply. And we are done for this. So if we look at the old version 2, which is right here, we are currently using the default eyelash mesh, eyelash material. So you will see we have, let me add this head to the CC so we can see better. When you add new items to the CC, instead of closing and reopening the toolkit, what you can do is reload stats. Then I am going to reload the level because this one is usually bugged. And we are now going to go into CC, Tiefling. And here you can see I have the other two versions of the head I made. And here we have the new one we just added. The original version of the head also uses the original vanilla material for the eyelashes. If I change the hair color, they will stay black. But you can see right here that these here are made to change with the hair color, to add a little nice touch to it. If I go to the old version of the head, you can see that the eyelashes match the hair color. And one thing that I did with this head is that the eyelashes on the right side are going to follow the full color of the highlights. How do we do that now? Because we currently have the wrong material, but we need to set up a material that will follow those colors. I have made this material here, and I will show you what it looks like. Basically, in order to make a eyelash material that follow the hair material, you need to find any hair material you want. Really any, as long as it makes sense. I recommend just using any hair material that doesn't usually have any accessories. And then what you're going to want to do is right click, create new material only. And you know what, I'll show you. So I'll create a new one. We're going to click OK. Now we have our new custom material. So what do we do with that new one? Because right now all we can see is hair. We will open the material, go at the bottom, and here the ID Deathroot Alpha MSK is the hair one. So we are going to click on the arrow here. We're going to look for lashes. There we go. And we are going to replace it with the eyes lash shadow right here. Double click, apply. And now let's apply this new material to the eyelashes. Eyelashes right here. So we can see we're not touching the eyeshadow. I prefer to leave the eyeshadow material as the original one. So only the eyelashes. We're going to apply. And we are going to reload the level. Go back to the CC screen. Go back to this. And now as you can see, we can already see the transition in the color. Let's make it more obvious. here. And then let's use red. And there we go. We have a gradient color for the eyelashes. So as you can see, the eyelash material doesn't look as good as the original one. So you could try and make your own eyelash MSK. Really, you can do whatever you want with that.